Lesson 1, City Walks.
Hey Anna, I just found out that our city is getting more friendly with sidewalks and crosswalks everywhere.
Hello, John. That's great to hear. Having safe walking paths makes a big difference.
Absolutely. It encourages more people to walk instead of driving.
Exactly. Plus, walking is excellent for our health. Have you been walking more lately?
Yes, I have. I love exploring different neighborhoods on foot.
That's a fantastic idea. What interesting places have you discovered?
I found a charming little cafe tucked away in a quiet street. They have amazing pastries.
Oh, I love pastries. What kind did you try?
I had a blueberry scone that was simply delicious. It paired perfectly with my coffee.
Sounds delightful. I enjoy trying new cafes too. Any other hidden gems?
There's a small bookstore nearby that has a cozy reading nook. It's perfect for book lovers.
A cozy bookstore sounds wonderful. Do they have a good selection of books?
Yes, they have a mix of bestsellers and classics. I found a novel I've been wanting to read.
That's awesome. I love getting lost in a good book. Do you think we should check it out together?
Definitely. We could grab some pastries and spend the afternoon reading.
That sounds like a perfect plan. We can even share our favorite books.
I'd love that. What genre do you usually enjoy?
I'm a fan of mystery novels, they always keep me on the edge of my seat.
Mysteries are thrilling. I enjoy a good adventure story myself.
Great choice. Maybe we can find a mystery adventure book to read together.
That would be fun. Let's make a day of exploring and enjoying the city soon.
Lesson 2, Overcoming Stage Fright.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how research shows giving a speech can be a difficult thing.
Hello, John. I completely agree. Standing in front of a big crowd can make anyone nervous.
It really can. I always feel my heart racing just thinking about it.
Same here. The pressure to perform well can be overwhelming. What helps you calm those nerves?
I try to practice deep breathing before I go on stage. It really helps me focus.
That's a great technique. I also find that preparing thoroughly boosts my confidence.
Preparation is key. Do you have a specific method for organizing your speeches?
I like to create an outline first, then fill in the details. It keeps me structured.
That sounds effective. I usually use index cards to jot down main points.
Index cards are handy. They're great for quick reference without reading directly from a script.
Exactly. It makes the speech feel more natural and engaging. Have you ever used visual aids?
Yes. I once used a PowerPoint presentation, and it helped the audience follow along.
Visual aids can really enhance a presentation. They make complex ideas easier to understand.
Definitely. Plus, they keep the audience's attention, which is so important.
I've heard that making eye contact can also help connect with the audience.
Absolutely. It makes the speech feel more personal and engaging. Do you practice eye contact?
I try to, but it can be challenging when I'm nervous. I end up looking at my notes.
That's understandable. Maybe you can practice with friends before your next speech?
That's a great idea. A supportive audience could really help boost my confidence.
Yes. And they can give you constructive feedback to improve your delivery.
I'm going to set that up. It's always better to face fears with a little help from friends.
Lesson 3: Hiking Essentials.
Hey Anna, I'm excited about our hiking trip this weekend.
Hello, John. Me too. Have you packed everything we need?
I've got my backpack ready, but I'm still deciding on some fruit to bring.
Fruits are a great choice. They're refreshing and provide energy. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking about bringing apples and bananas. They're easy to carry.
Excellent choices. Apples are crunchy, and bananas are great for quick energy.
Exactly. Should we also bring some hiking snacks, like granola bars?
Yes, granola bars are perfect. They're nutritious and easy to munch on while walking.
Perfect. I'll grab a box of those. What about drinks?
We should definitely bring plenty of water to stay hydrated.
Agreed. How much water do you think we should bring?
I usually aim for about 2 liters per person for a day hike.
That sounds reasonable. I'll make sure to pack enough for both of us.
Great. It's also wise to bring a small first aid kit, just in case.
Good point. Band-aids and antiseptic wipes can come in handy.
Exactly. Better to be prepared for any minor scrapes or blisters.
And let's not forget sunscreen. We don't want to get sunburned on our adventure.
Definitely. A little sunscreen goes a long way in protecting our skin.
I'll make a checklist to ensure we don't forget anything important.
That's smart. It'll help us stay organized, especially if we're in a hurry.
I'm looking forward to it. Hiking, fresh air, and good company make for a perfect day.
Absolutely. Plus, it's a wonderful way to explore nature and enjoy the scenery.
Exactly. Let's make this hiking trip unforgettable.
Lesson 4, Fitness Focus.
Hey Anna, I've been focusing a lot on weightlifting recently.
Hello, John. That sounds interesting. What exercises have you been doing?
I mostly focus on squats and deadlifts. They're great for building strength.
Those are excellent choices. Squats are fantastic for the legs and glutes.
Exactly. And deadlifts work so many muscles at once, it feels rewarding.
I can imagine. Have you noticed any changes in your strength?
Definitely. I can lift heavier weights than I could a few months ago.
That's amazing. What's your favorite part about weightlifting?
I love the sense of accomplishment after a tough workout. It motivates me.
I understand that feeling. Have you set any specific goals for yourself?
Yes. I aim to increase my squat weight by 10 pounds this month.
That's a solid goal. How do you plan to achieve it?
I'm incorporating more rest days and focusing on my form.
Smart approach. Proper form is crucial to prevent injuries.
Absolutely. I've learned that keeping good form is more important than lifting heavy.
That's true. Are you following a specific workout routine?
Yes, I use a program that includes a mix of strength training and cardio.
That sounds balanced. Cardio is essential for overall fitness, too.
For sure. It helps with endurance and keeps my heart healthy.
Do you enjoy any particular cardio activities?
I like running, especially outdoors. It's refreshing and clears my mind.
Running is fantastic. Do you listen to music or podcasts while you run?
I usually listen to music. It keeps me energized and motivated.
Great choice. Music can really set the pace for a good workout.
Exactly. What about you? What's your favorite way to stay active?
I enjoy yoga. It helps with flexibility and relaxation after a long day.
That's wonderful. Yoga is great for recovery, especially with weightlifting.
Yes. It complements strength training perfectly. We should try a workout together sometime.
I'd love that. Mixing our routines could be fun and beneficial for both of us.
Lesson 5, Breaking Barriers in Sports.
Hey Anna, I was reading about Babe Didrikson and her impact on women in sports.
Hello, John. She was such a trailblazer. Did you know she excelled in multiple sports?
Yes. She was not only a great golfer but also an outstanding track and field athlete.
That's impressive. It's remarkable how she broke conventional attitudes about women in sports.
Exactly. Her success in the 1930s challenged the norms of North American culture.
It's fascinating how she paved the way for future female athletes. Do you think attitudes have changed since then?
Definitely. Women's participation in sports has grown tremendously, but challenges still exist.
That's true. While more women are competing, there's still a fight for equal recognition and support.
Right. For instance, the pay gap in professional sports is still a significant issue.
Yes. It's disappointing to see that even today, female athletes often earn less than their male counterparts.
Babe Didrikson's achievements highlight the need for continued progress in gender equality in sports.
Absolutely. Her legacy inspires many young girls to pursue sports without limitations.
I agree. Role models like her are crucial for encouraging the next generation.
What sports do you think are becoming more popular for women today?
Sports like soccer and basketball have gained a lot of traction, especially with international competitions.
Yes. Women's soccer has seen incredible growth, especially after the success of the national teams.
And the visibility of female athletes in media has increased, which helps inspire more participation.
Definitely. Representation matters, and seeing women succeed can motivate others to join in.
Have you ever played any sports yourself?
Yes, I played soccer in high school. It was a fantastic experience.
That's awesome. Playing team sports can teach valuable lessons about teamwork and perseverance.
Exactly. I learned a lot about discipline and working towards a common goal.
Those skills are valuable in all aspects of life, not just in sports.
Very true. Sports can be a powerful tool for personal growth and building confidence.
It's great to see how far we've come, but there's still more work to do in promoting equality.
Lesson 6: Navigating Privacy Concerns.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how technology affects our privacy.
Hello, John. That sounds helpful to discuss. What are your main concerns?
One major worry is how personal data is collected and used without our knowledge.
I agree. It feels like companies are always tracking our online behavior.
Exactly. It makes me hesitant to share anything personal on social media.
Same here. I often wonder who has access to my information and how it's used.
Privacy is definitely a big concern, especially with the rise of data breaches.
Yes. Just last year, there were so many high-profile data leaks. It's alarming.
It really is. Have you taken any steps to protect your privacy online?
I've started using two-factor authentication for my accounts. It adds an extra layer of security.
That's a smart move. I also try to use strong, unique passwords for different sites.
Good idea. Password managers can help with that, so you don't have to remember them all.
I've thought about using one. It sounds convenient, especially with so many accounts these days.
Definitely. And it's crucial to review privacy settings on social media platforms regularly.
Agreed. Often, we don't realize how much information we're sharing by default.
Exactly. It's surprising how many apps request access to our location and contacts.
That's a red flag for me. I only grant permissions if I absolutely trust the app.
Smart choice. What about your browsing habits? Do you use incognito mode?
Occasionally. It helps minimize tracking, but I know it's not foolproof.
Right. I prefer using a browser with built-in privacy features, like blocking trackers.
That's a good strategy. It's important to stay informed about privacy tools and options.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power when it comes to protecting our information.
I feel more empowered discussing these issues. It's essential to stay vigilant.
Yes. Let's continue to share tips and resources to keep our privacy intact.
Definitely. Together, we can navigate the digital world more safely.
Lesson 7: Future Aspirations.
Hey Anna, I can't believe we're graduating soon.
Hello, John. It's such a significant milestone, isn't it?
Absolutely. It feels like just yesterday we were starting our first semester.
Time really flies. What do you think has been your biggest achievement during this time?
I'd say my biggest achievement is overcoming my fear of public speaking.
That's impressive. Public speaking is a valuable skill. How did you manage to improve?
I joined a club where I practiced speaking regularly. It helped boost my confidence.
That's a great strategy. I wish I had done something like that.
You've done plenty of amazing things too. What do you consider your greatest accomplishment?
I think completing my thesis project was a huge achievement for me.
That's a big deal. What was your thesis about?
It focused on the impact of social media on youth engagement in politics.
Very relevant topic. Did you find any surprising results during your research?
Yes, I discovered that many young people feel more empowered to express their opinions online.
That's encouraging. It shows how technology can foster engagement.
Exactly. So, what are your plans after graduation?
I'm considering pursuing a job in marketing. I want to apply what I've learned.
That sounds exciting. Marketing is such a dynamic field.
I agree. What about you? Do you have any plans for after graduation?
I'm thinking about applying to graduate school to study public policy.
That's fantastic. Your interest in social issues will serve you well in that field.
Thank you. I hope to make a difference in our community through policymaking.
That's a noble aspiration. It's essential to have passionate individuals like you.
We all have our paths to follow. I'm sure we'll both have successful futures.
Definitely. Let's keep supporting each other as we embark on these new journeys.
Lesson 8: The Power of Small Goals.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how setting small goals really helps me stay motivated.
Hello, John. That sounds interesting. How do you go about setting those goals?
I usually break larger tasks into smaller, manageable parts. It feels less overwhelming.
That's a smart approach. Do you have any examples of small goals you've set recently?
Yes. I aim to read one chapter of a book each week, and I've been sticking to it.
That's great. Rewarding yourself after achieving those goals must feel satisfying.
Exactly. I treat myself to a nice coffee or a little dessert after I finish a chapter.
What a fun way to celebrate your progress. I like the idea of rewarding myself too.
It makes the whole process enjoyable. What kind of goals do you usually set for yourself?
I often focus on fitness goals. For instance, I try to exercise 3 times a week.
Nice. That's a healthy goal. How do you keep yourself accountable?
I keep a workout journal to track my progress. Writing it down helps me stay committed.
That's an excellent strategy. Do you reward yourself for reaching your fitness milestones as well?
Yes. After completing a month of workouts, I treat myself to new workout gear.
That's a perfect motivation. New gear can make exercising feel even more exciting.
Absolutely. Plus, it's a nice way to refresh my motivation when it starts to wane.
I completely understand. Sometimes, a little change can reignite our enthusiasm.
Exactly. Have you thought about any new small goals for the upcoming month?
I'm considering learning a new recipe each week. Cooking can be so rewarding.
That sounds delicious. What kind of recipes are you interested in trying?
I want to explore different cuisines, starting with Italian dishes.
Yum. Italian food is amazing. Do you have a specific dish in mind?
I'd love to try making homemade pasta. It seems challenging but fun.
That's ambitious. I'm sure you'll enjoy the process. Cooking can be very therapeutic.
It really can. I find it relaxing to focus on creating something delicious.
Plus, you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor afterward.
Exactly. Sharing a meal with friends makes it even better.
So true. Food brings people together, and cooking is a fantastic way to bond.
Let's plan a cooking night soon. We can set a goal to learn a new dish together.
Lesson 9: Understanding Reservations.
Hey Anna, I was reading about Native American reservations and their impact on traditional lifestyles.
Hello, John. That's a fascinating topic. What did you learn about the reservations?
Well, I discovered that reservations are pieces of land designated for Native Americans, but they often face many challenges.
Yes, that's true. Many Native Americans can no longer practice their traditional way of life due to restrictions.
Exactly. It's sad to see cultures struggling to maintain their heritage in modern times.
Do you think there are ways to support these communities in preserving their traditions?
I believe so. One way is to promote awareness and education about their history and culture.
Absolutely. Understanding their struggles can foster respect and appreciation for their traditions.
Have you ever visited a reservation or participated in any cultural events?
I attended a powwow once, and it was an incredible experience. The dancing and music were so vibrant.
That sounds amazing. Powwows are great opportunities to experience native culture firsthand.
Yes. I learned a lot about the significance of the dances and the stories behind them.
It's impressive how much meaning and history can be conveyed through dance.
Definitely. It's a beautiful way for communities to come together and celebrate their identity.
I read that many reservations are also focusing on revitalizing their languages.
Yes, language is such an essential part of culture. Revitalization efforts are crucial for future generations.
It's inspiring to see communities working to reclaim their heritage. What can we do to help?
Supporting Native-owned businesses and organizations is a great start. It helps them thrive economically.
That's a practical approach. Plus, it encourages a deeper understanding of their cultures.
Exactly. Attending events, buying art, and learning about their history can make a difference.
It's essential to acknowledge their resilience and the challenges they face.
Yes. Every small effort counts in promoting respect and equality.
I hope more people become aware of these issues and take action to support Native communities.
Lesson 10: Achievable Goals.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how setting achievable goals really helps me stay focused.
Hello, John. That's a great insight. What kind of goals have you set recently?
I started with simple ones, like exercising for 20 minutes a day. It sounds doable.
That's a fantastic start. How has it been going for you?
Surprisingly well. Just a short workout each day makes me feel accomplished.
That's awesome. Celebrating small victories can really boost motivation.
Exactly. I also reward myself with a healthy snack after each workout.
That's a clever idea. What else can I do to stay motivated with my own goals?
You could try writing down your goals. It makes them feel more tangible and real.
That's a good suggestion. I often forget my goals if I don't write them down.
Yes. Plus, you can track your progress, which is really encouraging.
I like that. Have you ever thought about sharing your goals with friends for accountability?
I have. Sharing goals can create a support system, and it makes you feel more committed.
Exactly. It's nice to have someone to cheer you on along the way.
And if you're struggling, your friends can offer advice and encouragement.
True. What other methods do you use to stay on track with your goals?
I set reminders on my phone to keep me focused and to check in on my progress.
That sounds helpful. I should try that. I often forget tasks without reminders.
It's a game changer. Also, don't hesitate to adjust your goals if they feel too overwhelming.
Good point. Flexibility can make it easier to stay motivated.
Absolutely. It's important to find what works best for you.
Lesson 11: Hotel Choices.
Hey Anna, I've been planning a trip and thinking about where to stay.
Hello, John. That sounds exciting. What type of hotels do you usually prefer?
I usually prefer staying in mid-range hotels for convenience and comfort.
That makes sense. Mid-range hotels often provide a good balance of amenities and price.
Exactly. Plus, they're usually located in convenient areas close to attractions.
Have you found any specific hotels you're considering for your trip?
Yes, I've been looking at a few that have great reviews for cleanliness and service.
That's always a good sign. What amenities do you look for in a hotel?
I appreciate free Wi-Fi and a decent breakfast. It sets the tone for the day.
Definitely. A good breakfast can really energize you for exploring.
Right? I also like having a gym available so I can keep up with my workouts.
That's a smart choice. It's nice to maintain your routine while traveling.
Exactly. And sometimes, it's refreshing to take a break from sightseeing and relax.
True. Do you ever consider staying in boutique hotels for a unique experience?
I do. Boutique hotels often have interesting decor and character that's fun to explore.
Plus, you can often learn about the local culture through their design and services.
Yes, it adds a special touch to your stay. Do you have a favorite hotel experience?
I once stayed at a charming bed and breakfast in a coastal town. The hospitality was exceptional.
That sounds lovely. Staying in a cozy place like that can feel like home away from home.
Absolutely. The personalized touch makes a big difference in the overall experience.
I agree. What about budget hotels? Do you ever stay in those?
Occasionally, if I'm traveling on a tight budget, they can be quite basic but functional.
That's true. Sometimes you just need a clean place to sleep and nothing more.
Exactly. It's all about prioritizing what's important for each trip.
Well said. Ultimately, it depends on the purpose of the trip and personal preferences.
Definitely. I'm curious to hear about your travel adventures once you return.
For sure. I'll share all the details, including the hotel experience.
Lesson 12, Baking Adventures.
Hey Anna, I'm planning to bake some bread this weekend, and I'm so excited.
Hello, John. That sounds like a fun project. What kind of bread are you making?
I'm thinking of making a classic homemade loaf. We'll also need some flour, yeast, olive oil, and salt for the dough.
Great choice. Fresh bread is always a hit. Do you have a specific recipe in mind?
Yes, I found a simple recipe online that seems easy to follow. Have you ever baked bread before?
I have. The first time I baked bread, it turned out a bit dense, but it was still delicious.
That's the spirit. Even if it's not perfect, the effort makes it worthwhile.
Exactly. Plus, the smell of baking bread fills the house with warmth.
Absolutely. I can't wait to enjoy that aroma. Do you have any tips for a beginner baker?
One tip is to make sure the water for the yeast is at the right temperature. Too hot can kill it.
That's a crucial point. I would have never thought about that.
Also, don't rush the rising time. Patience is key for fluffy bread.
Good to know. I'll make sure to give it enough time to rise.
What will you serve with the bread once it's baked?
I'm planning to make a delicious olive oil dip with herbs. It complements fresh bread perfectly.
That sounds delightful. I love dipping bread in flavored olive oil.
Me too. It adds such a nice touch. Are there any other toppings you recommend?
You could try garlic butter or even a mix of balsamic vinegar and oil for a tangy flavor.
Those sound amazing. I'll have to experiment with different flavors.
Definitely. Baking is all about creativity. You can try adding herbs or even cheese to the dough.
That's a fantastic idea. I might make a herb-infused bread for extra flavor.
Lesson 13, Travel Budgeting.
Hey Anna, I've been planning my trip and trying to figure out my budget.
Hello, John. That's exciting. Do you have a rough estimate of how much you'll need?
I estimate around $3,000 for the entire trip.
That sounds reasonable. What will that cover for you?
It should cover flights, accommodations, food, and some activities.
Have you already looked into flights? They can really vary in price.
Yes, I found some deals, but I'm waiting to see if prices drop further.
Smart move. Flexibility can save you a lot of money on flights.
Exactly. I'm also considering staying in hostels to save on accommodation.
That's a great idea. Hostels can be a fun way to meet other travelers too.
Right? Plus, I can use the extra money for experiences instead of just lodging.
What kind of experiences are you hoping to have on your trip?
I'd love to explore local cuisine and maybe take a cooking class.
That sounds like a delicious plan. Learning to cook local dishes can be so rewarding.
I think so too. What about activities? Do you think I should budget for tours?
Definitely. Tours can enhance your experience, especially if they provide insights into local culture.
Good point. I'll allocate some of my budget for guided tours then.
Have you thought about travel insurance? It's a wise investment for peace of mind.
I haven't yet, but I'll look into it. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. It's a small price to pay for potential safety while traveling.
I'll make sure to include that in my budget. Any other tips for saving money while traveling?
You could try using public transportation instead of taxis. It's often much cheaper.
Great idea. I love experiencing a city like a local.
Lesson 14, Fair Sharing.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about our project and how we should handle the sharing of tasks.
Hello, John. That's a great topic. What kind of sharing arrangement do you have in mind?
I think a division of tasks based on each person's strengths seems fair.
I agree. That way we can maximize our efficiency and make the most of our skills.
Exactly. For instance, I'm good with research, so I could handle that part.
Perfect. And I enjoy writing, so I can draft the report once we have all the information.
That sounds like a solid plan. What about the presentation? Who should take that on?
I'd be happy to handle the presentation. I enjoy speaking in front of groups.
Great! It makes sense to have someone enthusiastic about presenting take that role.
Thank you. I'll make sure to practice thoroughly so we can impress everyone.
If we collaborate effectively, I believe we can create a compelling presentation.
Absolutely. Should we also consider a timeline for each task to keep us on track?
That's a wise idea. Setting deadlines helps maintain accountability.
Yes, and we can check in regularly to see how each of us is progressing.
Good point. Regular updates can help us adjust if we're falling behind.
Exactly. Communication is key to ensuring a smooth process.
I feel like this arrangement is shaping up to be quite effective.
It does. Also, let's make sure to celebrate our achievements along the way.
That's important. A little celebration can boost morale and keep us motivated.
Right. Perhaps we could have a small treat after completing each major milestone.
I love that idea. It gives us something to look forward to as we work.
Definitely. Plus, it's a fun way to acknowledge our hard work together.
I'm glad we're on the same page about this arrangement. It seems fair and balanced.